Good evening. How are you? Welcome to the beautiful twilight version of the First Universalist Church of Yarmouth. I'm Gwen Matthews, and I serve as the Director of Education and Communications here at First Universalist.
And I'm Reverend. I am Reverend Hillary, and I am honored to serve as the minister here. Happy almost solstice, everybody. At First Universalist, our mission is to explore our faith, embrace this community, and to engage the world as spiritual seekers. May we take these words to heart.
If this is your first time to our congregation, welcome. If you have been coming to this community frequently, infrequently, for years or for weeks, welcome. This service is a special and magical one for all ages. Our solstice service this evening calls upon the traditions of our pagan friends. Thus, as we begin today, let's just take a moment to welcome some Yule magic and mystery by calling in the 4 elements.
Now, the 4 elements are the 4 ingredients that create and sustain our precious earth and our precious lives. In the pagan tradition, an earth-centered tradition, each of these elements is connected to a direction. And as we honor these elements now, we invite you to turn and gently bow as you're able towards these directions. And if you have no sense of direction, we will help you out.
We begin with the east and invite in the air and breath that gives us life. Take a breath now. Breathe in this miracle that sustains life. Breathe out the mystery and majesty of this season.
And we move now to the south, which is directly behind us. If you want to gently turn around and nod your head towards it, you can stand if you like, yes. And we invite from the south fire. Fire with its warmth and power and light. Take a breath and a bow now towards the south. And I invite you to turn back around and look softly at this candle as it flickers and burns.
We move to the west and invite in water, the water that always flows, sometimes calm and sometimes turbulent. Take another breath and let your body be like the ocean, waves of calm, waves of breath.
And we conclude with the north, which is behind me. And we invite in earth, earth that offers us such strength and nurturing. Take a breath, take a bow to the earth, to the north, and feel the solid floor beneath your feet, the steadying ground holding us all. You may be seated if you're standing.
With all of the elements now present with us, I invite you to have a stretch. And take one more deep breath as we settle into this time together. And now, Sam Chandler and choir member Kate Connolly will perform Sure on the Shining Night.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Sam. Friends, will you rise in body and spirit with me now and join in singing our opening carol, Deck the Halls, number 235. In your gray hymnal, we'll sing verses 1 and 2 at this time. Thanks, everybody. You may be seated. This evening, in honor of this very holy season of deep darks and bright lights, I welcome you to join me now in our chalice lighting blessing, and there are an additional few words this evening that you can read in your order of worship with me now. This evening, we light our chalice in peace and friendship and gratitude for the darkness and the lights. May it be so. And now, as Gwen, Mac, and I tell a very important story about the rebirth of the sun, we need some help. And so I'm wondering if anyone would be willing to come forward and be the sun. Do you want to hold up the sun? And anyone would like to come forward and be the night. I need a night, I need a sun. I need a few suns, I need a few nights. Anybody? Wonderful. We got one. Great, come on down. Come on down. Maybe one more? Can we do one more? The sun and the night. Okay, or yeah, everybody, come on down, come on down.
Promise not to pick your eye out.
And you know what? Why don't you all go in front so we can see you?
Yep, come on over.
Please.
Everybody, we're all gonna help. So yep,
In front, over here.
yep, we're just gonna fly by the seat of our pants in honor of the night and sun. And so, could I invite you all to come? Yep, okay, sure, yep. So you actually are going to be working together a little bit on this. So I'm gonna have you guys perfect, great. Yep. And you wanna grab onto the last part. And so, sun and night people, you're going to need to listen carefully to this story. Your cues will be in the verses we share. And friends here in the sanctuary, you, believe it or not, will be known as the people in this story. And so when you hear me, who I'm serving as the narrator of the story, when you hear something like, and the people said, that's your cue to listen. And I will give you a line and you can repeat it after me. And sometimes you're gonna need to whisper these lines. And sometimes you're gonna have to shout and get pretty rowdy. And I know you have that in you. All right, you ready? Beautiful. The rebirth of the sun. Friends, let us tell you a story about when the sun was born again. It was the middle of winter, and the sun, after shining very brightly all year long, was pretty tired. Yeah.
All year long, I rise and I shine and shine. My light and warmth give energy to all the beings and plants of the earth so they grow and become healthy and beautiful. But there comes a time every year that I start to get tired. And with each passing day, I need more rest. It's hard for me to rise up as high and feel as warm and shine as bright.
Like us, as the sun became more and more tired, the sun needed to get more sleep at night. So the sun set earlier and the sun rose later, and the night grew longer and higher as the days grew shorter and the nights darker and darker. And the night at this time felt great love for our tired sun.
Come to my arms and rest, dear sun. You were born out of my darkness billions of years ago, and you will return to me when all things end. Let me cradle you now as I shelter every galaxy and star in the universe.
So the sun sunk down, and the night rose up and held the tired sun. And the people watched the sunset into the long, deep darkness of night. And the people asked, "Will the light ever return?
Will the light ever return?
When will the sun shine on us again?"
When will the sun shine on us again?
And the night replied,
The sun is very tired and needs to rest in my arms. But maybe if you thank the sun for the things the sun makes possible, the light may return in the morning.
So the people thought about the warmth and the light of the sun. They thought about their lives and all the life on earth that thrives because of the sun. And they felt great gratitude and lifted their voices in a chorus of thanks. The people said to the sun, "Thank you for nourishing our life.
Thank you for nourishing our life.
Thank you for stirring the wind.
Thank you for stirring the wind.
Thank you for your fiery warmth.
Thank you for your fiery warmth.
Thank you for your bright light.
Thank you for your bright light.
Thank you for keeping the planets orbiting round."
Thank you for keeping the planets orbiting round.
Deep asleep in the arms of night, the sun felt the thanks of the people and rested and became stronger. And the people took a cue from the sun, and they too got some rest in the peaceful darkness. But still they longed for the rebirth of the sun. So the night, in her cosmic wisdom, suggested that the people find a bright warmth within.
Remember, as you are made from this earth and from the sun, each of you hold the warmth of the sun within. All you need to do is rub your hand round your heart center to feel that the sun is with you and within you.
So the people placed their palms on their chests round their hearts and felt the presence of the bright, warm sun within. The people were thankful for the night and glad the sun could get some rest. And so the people whispered their thanks to the sun, so not to wake the sun, in hopes that the sun would feel their love while sleeping. "Thank you, sun," they whispered. And the people said it again to the beautiful sun for the beautiful earth. "Thank you, sun."
Thank you, sun.
And the sun got some good, deep sleep. And the sun did feel this love. And the sun grew stronger and warmer and brighter. And the sun grew so hot and bright that the sun woke himself up. He yawned a hot breath that caused a mist to rise over the land. The sun stretched the sun's bright rays, and all around the clouds turned pink, and the whole sky turned purple, then bright blue. A golden glow crept over the horizon. And the brightening glow woke up the people, who immediately then called their thanks and praises out to the sun peeking over the horizon. They hoped the sun would feel their love, and the people called out, "Thank you." And they called it out again, "Thank you."
Thank you.
And they said, "Sun, we thank you."
Sun, we thank you.
And they waved their ribbons and clapped their hands. And the sun was there, shining strong, appearing, burning the sun's bright rays on all the land. And the people cheered, and they said, "The sun has returned.
The sun has returned.
The sun is reborn.
The sun is reborn.
Praise be to the peace of night.
Praise be to the peace of night.
Praise be to the joy of day.
Praise be to the joy of day.
Praise be for the beauty of the earth.
Praise be for the beauty of the earth.
Praise be for our lives and light within.
Praise be for our lives and light within.
Happy solstice, everybody. Thank you, sun. Thank you, night. Friends, will you rise in body and spirit and join again in singing verses 1 and 3 of Deck the Halls, this time number 235. Thank you. You may be seated. Mac will now introduce our offering, and our choir will lead us in a beautiful song.
All of our half plates this month will be shared with the Maine Community Foundation's Lewiston-Auburn Area Response Fund for Victims and Families. This fund was created in response to the mass shooting events on October 25th in Lewiston, and 100% of them will support victims and their families of the gun tragedy. Funds will be distributed in February with deep community guidance, including from Maine's Community Foundation's statewide board and community steering committees. Your generosity is greatly appreciated as we reach out and care for one another. For those in the sanctuary this evening, we will be passing the offering plate to one another. And for those who are gathered here online, you are invited to make your offering using the donate button in the order of worship or by dropping a check in by mail. Thank you.
Thank you, choir. Friends, I now invite you to take a moment to pause here in the stillness of this long night. And just let yourself exhale here. Release and relax. And then take in a new breath of fresh air. Set your feet on the ground. Feel the warmth within your body, the light within your being, the darkness of your shadow. And as we prepare to go downstairs and take our labyrinth journey, let's just hold a moment of quiet now. We have come to a turning of the year. This is one of the darkest nights before the return of the sun. It's a time for reflecting on what it is you are ready to release and what it is you are ready to welcome now. So pause again here and consider, what is it that you are ready to step away from now? What is it that no longer serves you, that you are called to honor and release at this sacred time? Taking another breath, reflect on what you feel called to move toward now. What is bright out there and calling you towards it? When the light returns, what will you be ready to welcome in? In a moment, we'll invite you row by row to head downstairs to our gathering room, where you'll find a beautiful, glowing spiral labyrinth awaiting you. Though you may have, or you may discover, your own personal ritual for moving through this labyrinth, one meditation that I offer is that as you move round and round towards the center of the spiral, you hold in your mind with each step and movement forward what it is you wish to honor and release right now. What are you leaving behind, moving away from? And then when you reach the center, let yourself pause Breathe. Honor your precious life for a second. All that you've been through, loved, learned this year. And then welcoming in a bright new vision for the new year, take a step forward from the center towards this intention. And continue as you move round and round out the spiral. Move towards this new way of being. So take a breath with me. Let yourself be still and quiet in this moment of sacred transition. And I will then begin by welcoming the first 3 rows of our sanctuary to go downstairs. Once you complete the labyrinth, you're welcome to join us for cookies and fellowship in the common room, but please take your time with this ritual. To reach the gathering room, you can just walk right to the back of the sanctuary and go down the stairs on the right. And if you need to use an elevator, there's one out this door. You can go down and circle round the outside of the labyrinth and begin at the side door. All right. What is it time to let go of, my friends? What is it time to honor? And what is calling you forward? I welcome these first 3 rows to make your way down to the labyrinth.